Alright, we're back YouTube. Tonight's choice is going to be bacon. So I'm going to make some homemade bacon. I'm going to smoke it. I am really excited about this Traeger grill that I've got. See the link down below. I was able to get a great deal. I got 40 pounds of pellets for this smoker. It's going to be great. Got some hickory and I got some mesquite, a little bit of both. So let me get back onto this. Get this all set up for you guys. Okay, everybody, we are here at the ingredients. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in half a cup of sugar, and what we're making here is a dry rub. I made a brine on the last set of bacon I made, and it came out extremely salty. So this time I decided I'm going to go back to my dry rubs. I like it better. It's not as salty, but just as tasty. It's bacon, man. What's not to love about bacon, right? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tablespoon of what's that called? Blackstrap molasses. So I'm going to need my trusty measuring device here. It'll be 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses. That in there is very sticky, so it's lots of fun, but that's okay because we're going to get this glove a lot more dirtier when we get our hands in there. One thing I like about this rubs is it's hands-on and you're going to love it. There we go. I can go back in there. So once we got that, we're going to go with some kosher salt, and that's going to be 2 tablespoons of this right in there. Next is going to be 1 teaspoon of curing salt. Alright, 1 teaspoon of curing salt. It's also known as pink salt. Some of you guys have seen that, or a Himalayan pink salt. It's just a curing salt for meat. Next is we're going to do another teaspoon of freshly grounded pepper. And there we go. And that is the basis for this dry rub. I like it, it's simple, and it's pretty quick. And all we're going to do is just sit here and mix all of this until it turns nice and dark brown. And then that's it. Excuse me. Yeah, the pepper's sticking up there. So I know I'm going to keep doing this. Keep doing this. It's going to look as if it were brown sugar. And that's the consistency you want all of that. Just keep mixing it. Keep mixing it. I have a habit of spinning the bowl when I'm mixing. I do that with everything I do, even when I'm making bread. I'm mixing by hand. I don't know why, I just do it. Love spinning a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes. As you notice, the color on this is now actually changing, and that's coming from the molasses. And right now I'm just going to look in there to see if I find any molasses like that. I just keep doing it. Keep mixing it up until it's all good mixed in there. Now the little big specks, remember, is the pepper. That's not what I'm looking for, but it's all good mixed up. That, my friends, is a really great dry rub. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dry rub that I have here, right? I'm going to grab me a piece of bacon. I'm going to actually use this board, which means I'm going to have to bleach it after. This is my bread board, but I'm just going to rub it in. And I'm going to rub the sides, all right? That's right, okay? Rub the tops, all right? And then, right, I'm going to flip this over. Let's leave that like that. Flip it over. Grab some more. Rub it all up in there really good. Alright, just keep rubbing it until it gets everywhere, right to that meat. You're rubbing it in there. Rub the sides. Alright. Cool. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a baggie. Let me have 1 gallon baggie. Right? And then what I'm going to do, take it. I'm going to take it and shove it right up in there like that. Nice and done. And I like to double these up all the time. So I'll take the second one I got here and I'll keep doing that until I have all my pork belly rubbed down. And it'll be ready. Now you guys are looking at this like, wow, it's a lot of extra leftover dry rub there. And I'm like, I make this per every 2, so this is about 1 pound This drive runs for about 2 to 2.5 pounds of bacon. That's about a pound right there. And so what I do is I'll take them, okay, alright, and I'll take this one here and I'll place it right, I'll place it right next to that one, and I'll put them all together. Take the rest of this dry rub I have here, alright, and I'll just toss all that stuff right in there with it. Alright, like I said, I'll take all of it. That's kind of hard to do with my hand. And just keep pushing it in there until I get it all done. Excellent. Cool. Alright, good. Thank you, honey. Your stuff. Alright, now that we got all our bacon, it's all wrapped up in our nice little 1-gallon bags. Alright, what I do is I try to get all this air, as much air as possible, out of the bags. And trust me, I get a lot of it out. I want to put that up in there. Now, the big thing here is that once you make this brine, and you'll notice this no longer looking dry. Like this is the last bag I did here, and you can notice the difference between the dry brine and it starts getting wet. I'm sorry, the brine, I mean the rub. It means all the juices are being sucked out of the bacon and or the pork belly, and it's taking up the flavor of the liquid that's all in there. When I put this in the fridge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this at least once a day for the next 7 days. Once a day for the next 7 days. So I'm going to mark these 1 and then 2 so I don't get confused as to what side I'm on. So if everything's on side 1, then I know everything's going to flip that day. So I take it over, flip it to side 2. This way I don't get confused when I have a whole bunch of these that I'm making. I don't get confused on what side or what day they've been flipped or if they've not been flipped. Anyway, I think that's all I got for you today. And hopefully we'll get to see you guys here in a few days. And we'll get this smoking. Here you go, guys. Guess what? We got to wash our hands before we get back into this bacon. I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Besides, I just don't want to get my hands that dirty. Well, next step we got to do is we got to take this bacon. We're going to empty it out here, and we're going to wash it and scrub it down. I just wanted to show you my soap. That's why I'm holding this up. Some homemade soap that I made. I love it. Lathers really good. And give me a second while I wash my hands. Alright, excellent. Excellent. Alright, I just don't make it really dry because I'm not. I dry my hands really well because if I don't, then those gloves on there just have problems getting on. So, there we go. Yeah, problems just like that. And it's time consuming when you put these gloves on. All right. Great, excellent. So all I'm going to do now is take these out. And I'm going to scrub these really good and clean. All right. This is getting really clean. Doing that. It's only 4 bags. Now I have gone through every day this week. For the last 7 days, and today's the 8th day. I went over a day, but that's okay. It's best that they sit a little bit longer, but still I have flipped them every day. Take it over and flip it. And make sure that juices gets all around. All right, that's its own natural juices that came out from the rub that I did. So I'm going to take this last one here. I'm going to dump it in there. I'll take one of them out. Put it in there. With some cold water, and all I'm going to do is rub this down. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get all of this brine and stuff that came off of this and get it off as good as possible. You're not going to get every piece. You're going to leave some of these peppercorns are going to stay on there, but that's okay because I like pepper. I don't know about you guys, but here in Texas, Pepper is good. So I did get this rub that I did. If you see that, little cracks and stuff. You gotta get in all those little wedges and make sure everything's washed off. Alright, you got the fat that's there and all that's all gonna melt away in the smoke. Another thing, I set up my smoker. I got that new Traeger I'm using. This is the next thing, the second thing I'm actually gonna cook in that. Or smoking it, if you will. I usually set the temperature at 225. And you can set the baking up in here when you're smoking it at 225 to 175. Anywhere in there is fine. Just remember, it's going to take anywhere between 2.5, probably 3 hours to cook. But normally I don't cook the time. I cook the temperature, and the temperature you want to get in here, the bacon, I think is 170 or 165, 170. It is pork. So you want to make sure you got all of those, all that bad stuff out of there. You want to make sure it's cooked well, so it kills a lot of those bugs, if you will. So that's pretty simple. And that's all I'm pretty much going to do for right now in this video. I'm going to shut this down. And I'm going to go ahead and finish washing all of these up. Then we're going to take all this equipment outside. You guys haven't seen all my equipment. I got a light sets and everything in here. And what I'm going to do is set it up outside. I've lost my light outside. So my natural light's pretty much gone away. It's dissipating. It's winter time, so I've got a very short window to make actually all these videos. So let me get all these washed up, get all these cleaned, take a few minutes. And, oh wait, one more time. Here we go. We're going to need a lot of paper towels, that's for sure. I found about this video. I started making bacon. You're going to require a lot of paper towels to get these all cleaned up and dry it off. I normally stick them right on the grill right away. I don't wait or hesitate, or stick them in the smoker, if you will. And we'll be right back. Okay, I'm on my very last piece here, but I wanted to share some stuff with you guys. I usually buy the Hardy Skin pork bellies. Costco does a good job of that. It gets it all cleaned up for you. If you want to do that, you go to Walmart. If they have pork belly, normally they don't. Try Sam's Club. They don't carry pork belly. Don't say carry pork belly around here. It is Costco, unless you are able to go to the commissary on both, on Pace. Normally they carry pork belly, but it's usually with the skin on, so you usually have to fillet that skin off. I usually do it before I set the brine on, or put a rub on it. Now the hardest part to get this rub off is usually right here in the fat part, but that's okay, don't worry about it too much, just make sure you get it as good as you can. Once you got all that off, and you want to make sure, like I said, right up in these little cracks, crevices, anything, lift up the skin, move it around, right in here. So you're trying to get all that brine off, because we did use a quick tender, and that does have a sodium nitrate in there, and you want to make sure you don't have that sitting on the skin when you're cooking this off. Now as far as getting all these little pieces of pepper off, you're not going to get it all. Then that's okay. That's normal. A lot of it's going to render out when you're cooking it, so it's just going to melt right off with the fat, and some of it's going to stay on there, and that's okay. Like I said earlier, a lot of people down here in Texas love pepper. I love pepper. Pepper's a good thing. So whoever invented pepper, kudos to you, my friend. Kudos. And there we go. A lot of people, well, I'd say this, you're going to kill me for these, a lot of this paper towels. So I just let it sit out right now. A lot of people say leave it sit out for an hour, and then there's a big controversy on that one. You can leave it sit out. Majority of the readings, the older stuff, the older posts that I've seen online, there's a let it sit for an hour before you put it in the smoker. I don't do that, and the newer readings that I'm reading nowadays online, the more updated stuff, people are like No, it's fine. Just dry it off with paper towels, put it in wet. The smoke sticks to it better, and I've come to find out to be a very true statement. So let me go ahead and get outside prepped up, and we'll go ahead and set these nice, wonderful pieces of bacon. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see that? It looks great. That is just straight yummy goodness. Nice pieces of bacon. I'm going to put those up on the smoker. I'm going to set my smoker to 225, and we're going to get to smoking this bacon. Alright guys, here we go. Here we go. What we're doing right now is we're getting ready to take this bacon. We're going to take it outside and put this thing up on that smoker and get it fired up and get it roaring, and we're going to have ourselves some really good bacon. Give me a second here and let's go. There it goes. I got the Traeger. Just one of the things you have to know about the Traeger grill here is, according to the directions and everywhere you read, is you have to turn this on with the lid open. So we'll set that to smoke and wait for it to do nothing. Oh, there we go. That's why. So here we go. Turn it on. See smoke. You can actually see where I seasoned it and actually use it for the first time. That looks great on that cover, and it's only going to get darker. And you'll see that little ring right around the edge. That is some really cool stuff. Remember, seasoning your grill, always important. Very important. Alright guys, I got my grill set up. It's at, let's set it up for 225. Alright, it is all up, it's ready, it's warm, it's cooked up. So we're going to go ahead and place our bacon up on the grill. This is a very tiny little grill compared to my other grills here. Now, I like to put it with fat side up. And when it renders down, all this fat goes over the meat, it's real nice and tender. Alright. You can always put it, fat side up, meat side up, whatever you prefer. I prefer fat side up. Now I'm going to place these up in here, and I want to make sure I don't have them touching. Make a little smoke, so the smoke and all that gets right in between there. That was last time we'll see them until I pull them out. And go ahead and set my temperature gauge on there, and we'll get up to an internal temperature of 165. The thermometer I'm using is a Ready Check. It holds up to 4 different probes. That can be 4 different types of meats, or I can do 3 meats, 1 internal temperature. But that's already on there. It's a new grill, so what I've been monitoring so far is that it's pretty much on. Like this, it has Bluetooth capability, so I can connect it to my phone. Maybe I could be inside watching TV, maybe drinking a beer, just chilling out, and waiting for that alarm to go off. I'm not going to use a Bluetooth feature today. The other one I want to talk to you guys about is my instant read alpha grillers. Right? It's great. I just put it in there, about a second, 2 seconds, bang, I got my temperature. Very good, handy tool to have. Now what I do is I'll take it and I'll put this in my thickest piece of meat that I have on there, because that's what I want to cook to, an internal temperature, and all of my bacon here. And before I put this in there, I want you guys to notice that the thermometer part is actually right about here. It's not on here, so you don't have to jam it all the way in there. Try to get this piece right to the center of the beetle. Now set that, and I'll just keep coming back here periodically and checking on it, see how it looks. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Down. See, I like to put the paper in there. Cleanup's easy. Just take the paper out, wipe down a little bit, and it's done. Here. Ah, it's looking good. Wow. It's a little warm. Alright, let that cool down for a minute and we'll be right back. I just got these off the smoker. They've cooled down just enough for me to go ahead and cut off the ends. And I save the ends and I get to throw the ends in some green beans, or I throw them in some bacon. But I did notice that with this new grill, I'm still learning it, and I had this like right on the edge, and the heat coming off of it actually kind of cooked it a little bit. But that's okay, because what I'm going to do is take that, I'm going to trim that off right there like that, okay, and I'm going to chop it up. Man, smell that is delicious. I wish you guys could smell this. And this is actually all I do. Take that, slice it up. And all of this, I'll go ahead and I'll seal vac all of this and get ready to put it in the freezer. And be ready to go for Christmas, because I like to give this out to everybody for Christmas gifts. And I actually smoked this with a hickory smoke, or wood chips, or wood pellets on this one in this case. But if you sit here, you take a look at that bacon. That is really, really delicious. And I'll just keep doing that for all of these here. And I'll grab this one here right next to it. And then I just square these ends off, make it look really nice. Great presentation, especially when I give it out for gifts. And actually all these little ends and stuff here will actually equal out to another one of these right here. So now if you're going to cut this up, remember you're going to have to cook these at a low to a medium heat, low and slow. If you cook it fast, it will burn, and it does burn fast. So cook it low and slow, just like you do on the grill. Nice low and slow. Look at that. Wow, that looks great. And it's a nice little presentation that I get to give to everyone for Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the end of the video. And the end of the bacon. I don't think I need to show you guys how to seal these up in a vacuum sealer. That's pretty much self-explanatory, but if you like, maybe later on I can go ahead and do a video for y'all on how to do that, but it's fairly simple. Thank you very much, y muchas gracias.